We wake up in this world just as you are now, and from the jump, in our speech, communication, our writing, is an encoded metaphysical split between the subject and an object. You as a person listening to this are a unique individual with your own private, subjective reasoning. You were once a child playing house, sharing your toys, playing in a sandbox. This is before there were theories, before there was a worldview for you. But you were still you, existing. If someone stole your toy, you felt bad. If someone shared it, you felt good. You were being addressed. You recognized and located yourself as a distinguished person to whatever else you were experiencing, other selves, things in this reality. You were being contacted. You are right now. It hits your body, these sounds. You respond with some sort of relational uptake. That hurt my feelings, or that felt really good, or this is confusing, I don't know where to stand, or something about this makes sense, but I'm not really sure. You recognize what's happening after it happens. This is a change that takes place. That's why you're able to locate this felt difference. And the only way that's possible is if time is passing. When I first started getting into this stuff, sometimes I'd imagine guys like Hume, Kant, Kierkegaard, Wittgenstein, as if they're in this war room looking over a map. They're all pointing at the map, discussing things with each other, reframing the philosophical tradition from within the tradition, huddling over that map, mistaking whatever they drew, whatever they circle, as the whole territory. Not of the map, of the reality they're in. And sometimes I'd imagine myself walking into this war room and just saying, hey guys, you're contacting each other, distinguishing each other, relating to each other, recognizing that in time and there's change, the meaning arrives in between. That's why you're even able to huddle over this map and come up with your theories. These are the conditions that presuppose all intelligibility, every thought, every perception, because to deny them is to perform them in the act. That makes them the floor. Everything else relies upon it. To deny distinction at address, you'd have to address me back within your denial. You'd have to contact me back. To deny relation, you'd be relating to my statement. To deny time, you'd be saying that within the passing of time. To deny change, you're trying to change me. There's nothing mystical about this. It's a structural invariant constraint on reality itself. And what makes this denial collapse so intriguing is that the only reason it even exists is because every single philosophical tradition, every single religion, every single theory or debate necessarily has built into their argument a denial of one of these conditions. Therefore, everything collapses back into the with. From an ancient Greek philosopher to you today, right now, waking up in this world, suddenly assuming you're separate from it. If we go back to the start of philosophy in ancient Greece, the whole goal, the entire project, is to build a unifying bridge, connect mind and matter, to explain it. That's from an unexamined assumption that you're separate, split. The entire project is based on this private, subjective knowingness, a distinct foreign substance from the world, from our bodies, from matter, which means they don't touch. Yet the entire project is to force them to touch, to cross this bridge. That's why everything collapses into either materialism, just saying it's all matter, although you're saying that with your reasoning ability, a contradiction, or you say it's all in the mind. You can't make them touch. So then comes dualism, trying to combine them. But if you trace all dualistic theories to their metaphysical root, they collapse back into one side or the other. There was never a bridge, never a gap. There has never been an object in this existence unless it co-arised with the subject observing it at the exact same time. There has never been a subject, a you, unless that you is observing some object, some other self, at the exact same time. These things were never separate. Therefore, there was never a bridge needed to be built. Contact, relation, recognition. All is given. And this concept of givenness, well, it has zero intelligibility unless there's a foundation underneath it, which is people giving you things. Like you're back in that sandbox before theories, before worldviews, when you were still you existing, and someone shares their toy. This given is the only way any theory, debate, or argument has ever come about, because it requires communicating with each other, grounding it in language, the word, which arrives in between this distinction. You're walking down the street, you see a dog, you see a cat, you see a car, you see your friend. You never think about these things, you don't interpret your way through them. You're at a red light, it turns green, your foot just hits the gas pedal and you go. This is reality contacting you first. These sights, they hit your retinas first. These sounds right now hit your ears first. And as soon as it locks in, the only reason you know it's a dog, know it's a cat, know it's a car, is because the word arises within you. There is no independent study of reality in the sense of standing outside it, judging and determining the meaning of this world, because you're already in contact with reality to even make that statement, to even make any observation. The ontological order, true ontology, contact, relation, recognition. And if all life is given, it only makes sense if it's being given by a person, whether you recognize it or not.